What are they doing? They're focusing in on non-oil revenues. That's important because 90%, 95% used to be all oil. Iraq is talking about getting to $40 a barrel, by going to non-oil revenue streams, by opening up the private sector. The transformation of the country is phenomenal. It's not going to stop. We have the evidence of that. Question, Guru. Nader said IQD on Forex. I wonder what does that mean for us? Marks, there are still some trading restriction on the IQD, but this tells us they are preparing for that international status. We should start being excited. When everyone here goes to exchange their notes, there will be immediately an electronic background check. It's just Iraq's diligence in stopping corruption at the start. Frank, I didn't know that. I find that to be marvelous. Brilliant. My CBI contact told me they almost must reinstate the dinar at about the same time or very shortly after they end the currency auctions in Iraq, at the end of this year. This is why this move to end the currency auctions is so important to us investors. Remember also that the CBI will be no longer taking dollars from the oil revenues to pay for imports. If this is the case, don't you think the dinar must have some substantial value? The concept of the reinstatement has been alive for many years in Iraq. It is only the ignorant, I'm not being disrespectful, it's only the uninformed that believes it to be an RV. It's not going to free float. For now it's going to be a fixed rate. I know everybody's excited to get to that free float rate. I hear you. When new bank transfer mechanisms, first launches and goes officially live, they're going to use a fixed rate. There is no special rate at an exchange center. You will not get a contract rate unless you have a contract, and unless you contracted with a private buyer before 2011, you will get exactly what everyone else gets. The dinar is not on Forex. You're wrong. Every currency of the world is on Forex. Some of them are frozen. Some of them are not. Some of them are moving. You can exchange it, you can buy it. Every money you put on, you go on Forex. You could put any money you want, but some of them are frozen. You cannot buy, sell them. If you tell me, oh, some of them are frozen and not moving. I agree with you, but the Iraqi dinar start moving. This is what I'm saying, it start moving now. You cannot buy and sell, but once he moves a lot, they're going to have to buy it and sell it. Saleh on TV talking about the US Treasury supporting the mechanism for Iraq, and how the USA has support for all of Iraq's mechanisms. Frank, the US Treasury is supporting monetary reform 100%. They want a new exchange rate. They want Iraqi citizens to have their lower notes as promised to them. That is the only mechanism of any importance with the US Treasury and the CBI right now. Parliamentarian reveals the suspension of the oil and gas law territorial differences. This is the HCL, they say they have to resolve these points. I think it's already done. What I am hearing from Iraq is very different than what is printed in the paper. Now, right before Kuwait RV'd, we had the same type of articles. And then bam, they did it, on the same day. Similar story in China when they RV'd. Mixed stories are on purpose, so we do not know the timing. Economic expert Rashid Al-Sadi revealed today, Friday, that influential parties are working to erase the theft of the century with a political deal, fearing the exposure of others involved in the theft of huge sums of money. Al-Sadi said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency that the current period has shown cases of rampant financial and administrative corruption in most of the state's joints without resolving them judicially, as some influential parties have worked to dissolve the corruption case of Noor Zuhair, accused of the theft of the century, for clear reasons, fearing the exposure of new people involved in connection with those parties. He added that influential political parties are working to erase the file of the theft of the century with a political deal and close this file, which is one of the biggest files of corruption during the current period, indicating that the percentage of manipulation and corruption in Ishtar Bank, the Ministry of Transport, the tax authority, and the files of corruption at border crossings represent imaginary and astronomical numbers that reach billions of dollars and have not been resolved until this hour. He added, the size of the state's imports constitutes a small percentage that cannot be compared to the tax deductions returned to the state. He pointed out that many corruption files have not been revealed until this hour, and the Integrity Commission is investigating a major corruption file, awaiting the results of the investigation. Iraqi Bank announced today, Friday, a plan to include other branches in the implementation of the comprehensive banking system. The bank stated in a statement received by Al-Maluma agency that the continuous expansion in implementing the comprehensive banking system will include more branches in the future within a well-thought-out plan aimed at providing a modern banking experience that contributes to supporting the national economy and meeting the needs of society with distinguished and comprehensive banking services.